What is going on, YouTube? Tommy here from Tommy's Tech Tips. Back again with another video. You know how I like to get into these things short and simple. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here, give everybody a little bit of an update of where I'm at spiritually and basically career-wise and tech-wise. But basically, before we get into that, I just wanted to say that Am I bleeding? um, Looks like I'm bleeding a little bit, but that's all right. Yeah, I just wanted to give everybody a little bit of a life update. So, basically, I went on tour with a good friend of mine, Alice. Alice called me and said, "Hey, I need you on 4 shows." So basically, I tried to go to the first show in Denver. Guess what happens? I missed my flight. I just completely miss it because Frontier Airlines made me miss my flight, and yeah, and then I've literally crashed out in the airport, bleeding all over. Crashed out in the airport, crying every time, everywhere, just like crying. And then basically the next day I drove to St. Louis and then play that show. Everyone clap it up. And then basically from St. Louis driving to Chicago, clap it up. And then in Toronto, I go to the next stop on the tour, Toronto. That means I have to cross the border. Me? What? Yeah, no, I had to cross the border. And every time I cross the border going into Canada, now I'm from Michigan. So we're really close to Canada. So it should be a normal thing, right? But no, I immediately lied to the border patrol. And because I got nervous, you know when you get nervous, it is just like, dude, like you got to do something. Yeah, so I lied. And then they ended up saying that I was not gonna be allowed into the country for 5 years. So I said, no. You don't understand. I gotta make it to the show. I gotta make it to the rock show. And they were like, oh man, you're in a rock and roll band. And I said, no, actually, I'm not. And they said, oh well, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm a one-man band. And they let me off the hook. Just like that. But I did have Evan, my companion, in the trunk when they were searching my car. And Evan looks a little jarring, I'm not going to lie. So they pulled him out and they were really concerned about what that was. But I ended up just telling them it was my driving companion. And they let me off the hook. Slap on the wrist. But basically, yeah, the tour went really well. Alice is a creative nature force. And I'm really grateful to have been able to work with her and been able to see her live. Even is it's important to me. So and then once the day I got back from tour, a good friend of mine called me and said, "Tommy, I'm doing this thing. I need your help. I need your help on this. I need you to come to New York and I need you to do this music with me." And I said, okay, I will do this with you. And it's top secret. It's top secret, but all I can say is that I had a lot of fun while I was making that project. And I met a lot of cool people in New York. And I had a lot of fun. And basically, you should never count yourself short. And that kind of wraps up what I want to talk about today, because where that stops is it just comes down to believing in yourself. It just comes down to believing in yourself. If you told me a year ago that I would be living in my house and also going on a tour and then making more music in the big city, I would believe you, because that's exactly what I planned for. So yeah, it just comes down to believing in yourself. And I think this cut is coagulating on my lip. Yeah, when you leave the state or your area, you kind of come back with a lot of new slang. Um, so yeah, coagulated. It's mad brick out here. It's mad brick out. That one's from New York. It's mad brick out here. It's mad brick out here. And like when you say, and then when you what that means it's cold out. Um, they're very creative in New York. Crazy vibe. Hey yo, Ark, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. But yeah, I was in New York and all over the place. But I'm yeah. If maybe if I have more stuff to talk about on here, I probably will talk about it.